This is an important reminder if you work with trauma or pain, serious stuff. Not that other stuff's not serious, but addiction falls into kind of a different category. But if somebody comes to you with a kind of like, um, I'll just give some examples: pain control, public speaking, athletic feats. And they ask us to do our hypnosis, right? And make them more able to do something, have less pain, have a stronger golf swing, be able to do a dip in a dance, dance choreography. People ask for these kinds of things, right? And the purpose of this video is to remind you that the subconscious is very intelligent and it is not really safe or smart to tell it to stop doing its job. So if the subconscious is bringing up pain, it's doing so as a warning. It's doing so for a reason. It might be too much. It might not be in alignment with what is really happening. And that is something that we can work on. But what we never want to do is just remove it, even in a situation like public speaking. Well, we don't want somebody to go from I'm terrified of public speaking to I have zero fear, because there's a kind of relationship that we have with ourself through our emotions that's very informational. So, like the nervousness that comes with public speaking is also an indication that it's important. And it's also an indication that we're trying to do well. And so we want to leave some amount of that, the right amount, so to speak. I don't know what the right amount is, by the way. Only the client knows that. But it's my job to remind the subconscious that even though I'm asking it to adjust something, to take away some degree of, fear, anxiety, pain, or whatever, I'm not asking it to ignore. I'm not asking it to be, to have amnesia, so to speak, because that would be ridiculous. That would really not help the client at all. So what I'm reminding you of in this video is if you work with clients, if they come to you with something like pain control and you work with it, which you'll work with it in the same way as a regular client, just the ways I've taught you already. But we're going to also remind the subconscious, especially at the end of the session, that it still is in control and that we trust it completely. And that if it needs to bring up pain or it needs to bring up some kind of nervousness for something, it is more than welcome to do so, because that's the safe thing for the client. Again, going from some high level of something or even a lower level of something to zero might in your imagination be a great idea. Oh, I won't be afraid at all. Oh, I'll have no pain at all. Yeah, but then what if you're doing something risky and your body shouldn't be doing that? Don't you want to have a warning sign? What if you get up and on stage, to do a presentation for your whole business and you're not nervous enough to do a good job? Well, we want to allow the subconscious to always have the last word, because it's very smart. And though it is sometimes confused and misled, like over smart, overthinking, that's why people end up coming to work with me. At the end of the day, it has the last word. At the end of the day, we have to trust it that it will help the clients and ourselves always do the right thing and pick the right thing. So remind it always, like I said, especially at the closing of the session, that it's in charge and that if it even needs to turn up the velocity for some reason to get our attention, to get the client's attention, it's welcome to do that too. It's okay too. So just remember that the subconscious is the decider, it's the final word, it's the protector. And we have to always trust it to do that, even when we are adjusting its responses and adjusting its ability to guide the client. At the end of the day, it's still the final word, and it has to be reminded of that and told that. And that's the responsibility of the hypnotist. Hope that helps. If you have any questions, of course, let me know. This is Mama Soul Doc, Maya Alapin in Montreal, Quebec. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.